Hey, you. Are you tired of going to restaurants and spending $200-300 for a meal? Do you live in Atlanta or a major city and you're going out supporting black businesses? And the next thing you know, you have 20%, 25% gratuity added on your bill just for three people. Okay, we've seen it happen, but guess what? All of this comes with consequences. Yeah, And the newest to face the consequences seems to be slutty vegan. Okay, those on the campus of Spelman have voted to push it off the campus. Can you believe it? We're going to get into the details right after this. I want to hear from you. All right, family. One of the favorite things me and my lovely wife, Moni Love, we like to do is to go out and eat. Yeah, we live here in Atlanta, so we frequent restaurants almost on the weekly basis. And one of my favorite things to do is just to kind of walk and explore. I find places on Yelp. I find places on Instagram. And more often than not, when we visit these places, sometimes the food isn't even all of that. The service isn't that great, but we end up still paying a premium just for a place that has a nice picture background behind us or something, Now, the problem with this is that sometimes the food is just overpriced. But why is it overpriced only at black businesses? Okay, let's dive into what's taking place. And of course, I want to hear from you guys. But let's find out what's going on with Slutty Vegan on the campus of Spelman and who will be replacing them.
Entertainment fee.
I didn't ask for this shit. Somebody in the comments said, yeah, that's the catch, right?
How y'all feel about Catch Kitchen and Cocktails? They added a live band fee to customer receipts. Hey, Bryson, swipe left if you can.
That's bullshit. How we gonna pay for your
live?
Look at the
bill. Look at the bill.
Oh, wow.
2 live band entertainment fee, $20 on top of gratuity.
Wow.
This shit in Atlanta getting out of hand. We got to speak on it, bro.
They taxing our ass.
It definitely is. It definitely is, my brother. In this specific scenario that they're talking about here on this podcast, there is a fee for the band that is there to entertain you. Now, listen, I'm not a young spring chicken. I'm sure you aren't either. I see from my analytics, most of my audience is 35 plus years old. So you guys are well traveled, and I love that. Now, when you go to places, you see a jazz band, you see a violinist or a pianist more so at fine dining restaurants, white tablecloth. How often have you opened up the check and you've seen the pianist charged on there or the singer charged on there? This is starting to get egregious. Let's take one more look at this.
Bro, that shit
you
hard.
walk in that bitch and you thought you was spending $150 and you get your bill back and it's $210.
Entertainment fee.
I didn't ask for this shit.
Somebody in the comments said, yeah, that's the catch, right?
How y'all feel about Catch Kitchen and Cocktails? They added a live band fee to customer receipts. Hey, Brian.
Catch Kitchen and Cocktails. This is not a good look. Passing these charges on to your patrons is not the thing to do. I absolutely want to tell you that, so I don't feel bad for Catch and any other restaurant who's going through this, right? Shouldn't you be doing the best by your patrons, giving quality food and also just an awesome experience for a fair price? Let's go dive into the Slutty Vegan, what's taking place at Spelman right here.
Is closing down its Spelman location after being voted out by the student union or like the student restaurant union or whatever. And some of the students, I was just reading the comments. I reached out to some of the students. They wanted to stay anonymous, so I don't want to put their name out there. But a lot of the students were saying it was limited options and it cost too much. So if you ever had Slutty Vegan, you know they're not cheap. They're not a cheap.
Listen, okay, I'm in Atlanta. I had Slutty Vegan as soon as it became the rave. I ran to one of its locations. Yes, I do agree. it was a little pricey. I believe the burger that I had was around $16 to $18 maybe, and I've paid that before, so I wasn't turned off. However, the food must be outstanding, and I do agree with the options and things of that nature. But Spellman was probably not the right place for Slutty Vegan in the first place.
Option, right? It's a premium. It's a premium food, but they got voted out. And I'm not sure if you ever heard of the Twisted Taco. You ever heard of Twisted Taco?
I have.
Now, Twisted Taco is phenomenal. There's one in Buckhead. If you're in Atlanta or if you're coming to Atlanta, make sure you go to the Twisted Taco there. There's also one in Miami as well. Phenomenal, phenomenal food. This is what I'm talking about. Phenomenal food for a fair price, okay? You can go to fine dining Mexican restaurants. You don't see extra charges on there, okay? You could get a large portion of food as well for a fair price. Same thing in Italian restaurants. You go to Jamaican restaurants. Same thing. Ethiopian restaurants. Why at the African American restaurants do we seem to get overcharged? In most cases by our own people. Please comment. Please comment and let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Slutty Vegan being displaced at Spellman by Twisted Taco? Okay, there's also other locations that have been closing doors of Spellman as well. So this is not the only. Is Slutty Vegan on the way down?
Yeah.
So they're being replaced. Slutty Vegan is being replaced at the HBCU Spellman by Twisted Taco.
Wow. Again, this could really be a reality of where things are nowadays, okay? Years ago, even let's say during the recession, it's 2025 now. Let's go back to 2020, right? There was a lot of vegan food. There was a craze going before COVID. I felt there were restaurants, and that's really when Slutty Vegan jumped out, you know, the crates as a new restaurant, and it flew off the shelves. But was the food really good? Now that the hype has gone down, and people who aren't really vegan, are they really going to choose to eat this when they don't have to? You know, so I think that Slutty Vegan has to really be cognizant of where they place their locations as well. You know, I'm out here in Gwinnett, which is the suburb of Atlanta. There's a bar vegan that's here that hasn't opened up. You know, the signs on the door, but it's been that way for about 3 months now. And we've been wondering, when is it going to open? Now that we're hearing all of these other issues, there may be an underlying issue taking place with this specific restaurant. But why in every scenario do people always comment on the price? Okay. We even heard in the first scenario, we saw that they're even charging now for the band and for those that are coming to entertain you in a restaurant. This is crazy. So imagine you're going with 3 people to a restaurant. You guys order drinks. 3 people. It's you and 2 other people. You're going to get charged not only for your food and for your drinks, but you're going to get a 20% to 25% tax automatically just for sitting down. Okay, and then you're going to have another fee for entertainment. When does it become egregious? You know, I think that we're going to see a lot more businesses fail if they continue to go this route. Are you guys encountering some of the same issues in your city? What city is the worst? That's what I want to know. Is New York as bad as Atlanta? Is Dallas, Chicago as bad as what's going on here in Atlanta, the Black Mecca? Because, geez, sometimes going out spending $300 for a meal on a Tuesday or Wednesday is nasty work. It's nasty work. You guys make sure you comment and like. I appreciate you guys tuning in to one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube. I appreciate you guys liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until the next time, family, peace.